Atop the battlements of Castle Curmudgeon, where on behalf of the world's husbands and sons, we express our gratitude to the motherly class for putting up with us so admirably for so long. Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. Welcome to the Blast Radio. So good of you to join us this evening. Here is your golden age of Western civilization news roundup for the week ending 9 May 2025. Dateline Washington, Monday, 5 May. Pro-migration groups reacted with shock and outrage this week to President Donald Trump's plan to offer a $1,000 stipend and a free plane ticket to any illegal alien willing to self-deport in an orderly fashion. And they kind of give the whole game away there, don't they? Almost like this is going to take massive amounts of money out of their coffers, almost like they have a clear profit motive for trying to prevent the removal or even the voluntary self-removal of persons who are in the country unlawfully. In fact, if I didn't know better, I might suspect the only reason for these organizations existing in the first place is to enable and facilitate industrialized criminal activity. I might suspect these so-called migrant advocacy groups of being thinly veiled money laundering machines and human smuggling syndicates whose leaders have grown rich beyond the dreams of avarice on your tax dollars, of course, in partnership with the Democrat Party on a project that was conceived to be mutually beneficial to both parties. For the migrant NGOs, the more illegal aliens there are to move around the country and provide free services to, well, the more money they require for their operations. For the Democrats, the cause of remaking the demographics of the country by brute force social engineering and thus rigging all future elections in their own favor is advanced. And the reality of all this is beyond any reasonable doubt at this point, because we watched it happen from the very first moment that the corpse of Joe Biden was sworn in as president. Oh, he said he was all about border security. His DHS secretary, the enemy saboteur Mayorkas, who is an accessory in the deaths of around 500,000 Americans, went before Congress around a dozen times and swore under oath that he was engaged in a good faith effort to enforce our border security laws, which is weird because when their administration came in, the border wall had been fully funded, the material was already procured and stacked on site, and the first thing Biden did on his first day, well, he stopped building the wall that was fully funded and already in progress, and for the next 4 years, as something on the order of 15 million unknown individuals poured through the breaches in that wall that they created and then left unguarded, these same men told us, gosh, we are just doing our level best here to make that border secure, but it's just logistically impossible. We just can't do it without further acts of Congress. And how long did it take Donald Trump to fully secure the border without any such act of Congress? With the same budget that Biden and Mayorkas had, it took less than 30 days. And one more note on the enemy saboteur Mayorkas. That guy did not receive any pardon. The Republicans currently control the Congress, and there are a lot of us out here who now have grave sites instead of children, who would very much like to know when that evil black-hearted monster is going to be hauled before the Homeland Security Committee or the Oversight Committee or Christ, any damn committee, I don't care which one it is, to answer for his crimes. And if that never happens, then best of luck trying to rely on our votes in the midterms next year.